What will happen this year during Donald Trump's unprecedented second state visit? Who can forget the inflatable blimp that flew here in Parliament Square last time US President Donald Trump was treated to a state visit? The enormous swollen orange balloon floated above the skies of London back in 2019. Leo Murray, here in 2019, an inflatable baby effigy of Trump flew. You were the mind behind it. Can you take me back?
Back in 2019, Donald Trump was a figure of fun for the British public. We were amazed that the American people had elected this guy to be the president. And the British people were extremely unhappy that we were giving him any sort of a welcome. So our Trump baby blimp kind of gave a voice to that sentiment. There was a lot of anger, even amongst people on the right of the political spectrum, that the Queen would have to tolerate having to put up with this unbelievably kind of uncouth man with no manners, and then he stood on her foot during the visit. It was actually super clear by that point that liberals crying with placards is just water off a duck's back to Trump. He really doesn't care. You know, the only thing that ever seems to have any effect on him at all is personal insults. There'd been quite a lot of discourse around Donald Trump's like a toddler, right, at the time. I was like, what could we do that will really get under his skin?
Now it's time for Trump's second state visit. The big question is, will you be flying the inflatable blimp?
We no longer own the blimp. We gave the blimp to the Museum of London, never imagining that the American people would be so stupid as to re-elect this guy. We just didn't think we would need it again. If we'd have thought we could have got away with it, we might have considered just going rogue and flying a blimp near Windsor Castle without permission. But given the times being what they are, we just assumed that we would be shut down. Our rights to protest have been severely curtailed in Britain since we flew Trump baby. It's much harder actually to protest today in the UK than it was then. One of the reasons why you will see fewer people on the streets against Trump today is that those same people are pouring energy week in, week out to trying to get the UK to withdraw our support for the genocide in Gaza. Shamefully, for supposedly a Labour government, they've retained these anti-protest laws, draconian anti-protest laws that were basically brought in to persecute climate protesters a couple of years ago and are now being wielded against those opposing the genocide in Palestine. That's where the energy of like progressive activists has been going into that. And it's like this Trump thing is like a sideshow that he's visiting.